the one ring to rule them all, but not necessarily the set to rule them all. This is Lord of the Rings, the motion picture trilogy, the extended editions, finally brought to us on Blu-ray, courtesy of New Line Entertainment and Warner Brothers Home Video. Just to get rid of the plastic back paper that came over here. Gotta get rid of it since it's more so an annoyance. Very flappy. You have down here your ratings, video specifications, the back of here. It kind of has a good reflective surface to it, which I think is kind of sleek. It's pretty cool. The quest is over, and indeed the quest is over, especially since they released the theatricals a good few years ago, much to the dismay of many fans, including myself, if you've seen my What You Should Know Before You Buy Lord of the Rings video. But let's just say that to say that I have waited for this set is a vastly huge understatement. But to look at this, it kind of has a gold finish right at the top of here. The ring has a unique feel to it as well. I can't really say exactly what it is, I forgot, but it has a different texture compared to the rest of the box here. The extended edition is embossed, along with the title right up here. And again, has the reflective look to it. Kind of cool, actually. The spine. The back right here, symbol is embossed. But concerning the size of the set, though, height-wise, it's not that bad, but width-wise, it's kind of, I'd say a little superfluous in a way. But in comparison to the Bourne trilogy here, we'll put this right here. In comparison to the Bourne trilogy, right here, it's about, yeah, it's significantly a little bit bigger, just by a little bit. Which, no real big issue, but some may take a little bit of... But it won't necessarily take up that much cell space exactly, but I figured it could have been a little bit more condensed. But to open it up, like the Bourne trilogy, it has a magnet right in here that closes on it like that, sealing it shut. But you open it up, you have the big 5 right on there. An entire map of Middle-earth that folds out quite nicely, actually. Mordor, Gondor, Rohan, everywhere. This is a unique. It was a nice feature for them to include on here. And you pull these out, and get this: black ray cases. Not too bad, actually. I would have preferred, they kept the original colors with them right here, such as, Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, Return of the King, for the cases in themselves, but it's just nitpicking. But to open them up, Fellowship of the Ring right here. You have the Fellowship of the Ring Extended Part 1 and Part 2 on Blu-ray discs. And that's pretty much the story for the rest of the set right here, and that the films themselves are on Blu-rays, and the extras are on regular DVDs. A lot of people have brought up their concerns concerning about this, but in all actuality, it doesn't bother me that much per se. But if I had to make any changes, I would have at least taken maybe the discs for the 2 extras and put them on one Blu-ray disc like they did for the Alien Anthology. But that's just me, though. And this bonus disc right here is the Costa Botas documentary that is contained in every single version of the film, and it was available for the limited 2-disc release quite a ways back. Haven't yet seen them before, but I thought they were pretty cool. Two Towers. Again with the gold. It's like, wave to me, everybody. The 6 and 7. Quest to Destroy the One Ring continues. Open it up here. Two Towers Part 1. The discs basically remain the same from the regular extended editions. Coast of Botas. And basic map throughout the entire set. Chapters. And the map. Holds out real nicely too. And the paper is a unique kind of a kind of a unique construction paper type. It's a good feel of it. Kind of an old map feel. Oh, I forgot to show you the back of the Fellowship cover, basically. A lot of font. A lot of information. But then you have your basic product shilling, like with the collector store for Lord of the Rings. Get set pieces. The one ring in itself. Jewelry. It's not too bad. More shilling for Lord of the Rings Online. War of the North, new game coming out. Potter gift ideas. So, but moving on to the last one, Return of the King. Again, even more font. Opened up. Movie. Part 2. The appendices. And the Coast of Bodas documentary. Then we'll manage to wrap them all up in here, back in the box. But overall, though, would you expect anything less concerning from this set, coming from this set? Not necessarily. Unlike the theatrical cut Blu-ray that was released quite a ways back, you can actually tell that Warner put effort into this release. It's just, it continues to, I mean, I've had this for about a couple of days, and I've had to really digest it and everything, and I'm still taken aback by just everything about this set, really. But the main concerns concerning, like, from the theatrical cuts and everything, let's see, starting off with Fellowship of the Ring, it's, the picture quality has received a massive overhaul, like a complete overhaul. They went back and remastered it from the original DNR edge enhancement mess that was the old theatrical cut Fellowship of the Ring Blu-ray, and they've kind of gone back, but they've given it a sort of, well, this is going to divide a lot of people, in that this new transfer kind of has a green and cyan type tint all over the entire film. Something that really wasn't evident within the extended edition DVDs nor the theatrical cuts. It kind of is. It's very noticeable in many scenes, especially such as the Council of Elrond already had green and cyan tint, but it's like dramatically increased. The death of Boromir has a greenish tint to it as well. Not as noticeable, but it's still fairly evident. And a lot of people are starting to worry about this. But apparently, Peter Jackson has stated, it's like this is his extended, his preferred restoration of the entire film. But unfortunately, it's going to divide a lot of people up. Personally, in my opinion, it does kind of distract just a little bit, but compared to the mess that was the Fellowship of the Ring transfer, I'd say it's a vast improvement. At least details are very evident. You can see every little hair, every single fiber within their clothing, every single minuscule detail within the setting. It is absolutely incredible. Blacks are a little deep in this one compared to the theatrical cut, especially in the Mines of Moria. It's a little too dark for my taste, but it kind of harkens the atmosphere just a little bit. But like I said, concerning the new transfer, it's distractible, but compared to the theatrical cuts, it is a vast improvement. And Peter Jackson could possibly be given it a green tint or so just to make it connect to the Hobbit films that are coming out next year, which, I mean, but we'll just have to wait and see if that falls true. But moving on to the Two Towers, I'm going to go through picture quality for all three here, because basically the special features and sound can be summed up in a little bit. But Two Towers has the same picture quality as the original theatrical cut, except obviously it's extended. And and it's the same thing as Fellowship of the Ring. It doesn't have a green tint, but it actually looks very, very natural. Detail is still shockingly crazy to me, especially the plains of Rohan. Every single bark and every single bark and detail on Treebeard. Gollum looks especially incredible with this one right here. You can just see like every hair that is dribbling from the side of his head whenever they get wet, whenever the Uruk-hai are about to march into Helm's Deep. It's just the clarity and the color is just, it'll rock your world basically. Return of the King, same thing. Colors, detail, everything is just absolutely incredible. I cannot explain it that much. I've had to pause several times during the Battle of Minas Tirith just to soak in all the detail and of what is around you. It is just, you notice things that you've never seen before, facial expressions from the CGI armies, and it really adds in a testament to Wada's ability to create such an incredible battle sequence and make it look so realistic. But rating wise, I'd give Fellowship of the Rings picture quality a 4 out of 5, which that might be a little bit nice personally, but I mean, like I said, compared to the theatrical cuts, this is a huge improvement, and it's still, and the detail and the color, or what could be salvaged of the color, still looks great. Two Towers of 5, Return of the King of 5. Definitely worth your cash when it comes to the picture quality there. Sound wise, I'm going to summarize it all for all three. Holy goddamn. It's just, your jaw will be on the floor several times while watching the Lord of the Rings Extendeds on Blu-ray, especially when you have a great sound system. It uses a DTS-HD 6.1, and you'll rock the place, basically. I had this on halfway for my sound system because I didn't want to disturb anybody, but it still disturbed people. For the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, I had the neighbors come up, knock on my door, telling me to quiet the system down. It was just that loud and that clear, but that's so powerful as well. I mean, take what you want from the theatrical cuts, but I will say though that their biggest asset was the soundtrack, and it has been carried over to this one. Like I said, there are plenty of moments within this series that you will actually be left in awe, such as the army about to take down Helm's Deep, or every single wing flap of the Nazgul, thundering horses racing by, voices, whether they be whispers or shouts, any type of sound effect, Treebeard stomps, every single attack, or Sauron's voice at the end, of Return of the King, Aragorn, and everything like that. The channels are used. The listening area is in constant movement. The LFE in itself is something to behold as well. Like, I figured that's probably what got my neighbors, was the whole rumbling that came from everything. But it's just, yeah, this is demo worthy crap right here. This is demo worthy stuff right here. I could not recommend it. Every single film gets a 5 out of 5 when it comes to sound. Extras, everything has been ported over from the extended cut DVDs, including the Coast of Bodas documentaries that was available on the 2-disc special editions quite a ways back. So really is no way of going into in-depth with them because, hey, some of you already have the extended DVDs, so you should know what's going on. But yeah, everything's on there, including the Easter eggs, all the documentaries, everything. And a little bit of a disappointment that that they had to include them on DVDs. I would have personally taken all 6 DVDs and jammed them into one Blu-ray like they did for Alien Anthology, but that's just me. But extras, of course, get a 5 out of 5. There's no debate about that. But to address another controversy, so a lot of people are bringing up the fact that why would you want to put the Lord of the Rings extended cuts onto 2 Blu-ray discs when you could easily fit them all into one disc? And basically, I think Warner made the right call right here, because unlike, say, Gone with the Wind, that was able to be able to fit onto one Blu-ray disc, Lord of the Rings has a higher encode. There's a lot more things going on with this Blu-ray, and the best thing to do is to take this film, this big 4-hour long epic of sorts, let it have a lot of breathing room within 2 discs instead of risking the possibility of cramming it all into 1 disc and suffer any artifactual damage or any crushing or anything for that matter. You don't want to screw up this release like they did with the theatrical cut. So I do believe that Warner made the right call in putting them all onto 2 Blu-ray discs, letting the picture breathe a little bit, have some space to really stretch out and to show off and flex its muscles. I think they made a right call. We don't want another Gettysburg Blu-ray right here where you take the film, squish it onto 1 disc, and the picture quality suffers for it. So it was a good call on Warner's part. But should you go buy it? Definite yes. Shoot, a definite hell yes. I would recommend this. This will definitely go on the Blu-ray recommendations video if I ever get around to the 3rd one. So, but go to it. Picture quality, with exception to Fellowship, is absolutely stunning. The sound is superb, powerful, will knock you off your feet, and the extras will keep you around for a good while, a good 60 hours. So that'll give you some time. Plus, also too, for the first time ever, I want to offer a little bit of a contest per se. In my hand right here, this paper right here, this paper right here, the digital copy codes for Lord of the Rings Extended Editions. Leave a comment leave a comment on this video, whether it's whether you concerning the video, concerning Lord of the Rings, concerning whatever. As long as it is relevant to Lord of the Rings or this video or anything for that matter, leave a comment. You'll be entered into a drawing, and I will draw within the next 2 weeks 3 names, one for each movie. So 1 name will get Fellowship, 1 will get Two Towers, 1 will get Return of the King, and you'll have the possibility to win them all if your name somehow gets chosen twice. Don't worry. But leave a comment, and if this video reaches over a certain amount of 1,000 views, I will go through with the contest. I will put up the video drawing the names myself, and I will give you the digital copy codes, which all you have to do is just go to, and I'll give you the instructions as to how to redeem them as well. So all you got to do is just go to Warner's website and insert the codes, and you will get a digital copy of the extended editions for you to use on your iPod or whatever mobile device. So get to commenting, get to viewing if you want those digital copies. Leave a comment at the bottom, see what you think of this Blu-ray set. Do you agree with the Fellowship of the Rings picture quality? Whatever you wish. So, sorry about the long review, guys, but for a trilogy that is as epic as it is, it deserves a review as epic and as long as it is. So, take care, everybody. Stay cool.